bumps on the back, that peel pad, forget it, game changer.
That's not gonna last.
I did that last night with Rosina. I was telling her about that. So
you guys were so good last night. I had so much fun.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Had my little snack, little wine, little cat, my friends. Age-defying or gravity-defying, I should say, and age-defying anti-aging moisturizer. This is our hot pick. This is our star of the day. You're seeing a big trend here. This hasn't been on the air since August of 2024. Now, Jen is my producer, but what many of you may not know, because she is kind of famous in Friday, is Jen spent many, many years behind the scenes as the expert in skincare, helping bridge the gap between you guys, right, all the experts, and us, the hosts that have worked in skincare for years. And she just said to me, these results are incredible. So let's roll it, because look at that. Look at those 3 parentheses above her brow, and 24 hours later, are you kidding me? But you're not, because we're really strict about these before and afters.
This is the star of the show. It really became the quickest selling item behind the polish for Lancer Skincare. It sells out all of the time, and this is exactly why. We have a hero ingredient that we're using called Gravityl and acetyl.
Okay, wait. Oh, tell me who's directing again. Who is it upstairs? Derek. Derek just said, wow. Technical, our directors upstairs, they're the amazing people that make all this happen. He just said, wow. You know how many before and afters we see in this business?
Many, many. And this is 24 hours.
24 hours.
This is the type of product that you're going to see a result instantly and over time. Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Deep lines, but look at what happens when you're bringing this onto the neck.
Oh my word.
This is outstanding. Woo! So deep lines across that neck area.
Girl.
Tightening in the middle here, firming. This product is for you if you're starting to see that sagging and you're just looking in the mirror and you think, oh my goodness, I just wish I could just tighten a little bit up. And it's never too
give
early.
A little bit of housekeeping, because a lot of things are happening. We haven't seen it since October, so it's really been about 9 months out. Number 2, it's the only time this month you're going to see it on the air, and it is a hot pick. That is a very thoughtful, I don't want to gloss over this and say that this is like everything else in the show. This gravity-defying moisturizer was chosen by our expert team to be one of the big stars on the day. This is a big deal. It's $140 worth of product that you are getting at a $54 plus savings, and we're not the only ones that love it. Forbes magazine said best skincare launch that they saw when this roared onto the scene just really less than a year ago. And Parade magazine said this is the best multitasker. So question, I'm going to go back to it again, because we don't have a lot of these left either. If we're doing the method, and right, Jen, I think we had about 700 left in this. Sorry to be asking lots of questions, but it's me. That is the polish, the cleanse, and then the nourish. How, again, does this fit in?
Absolutely. So you can use your nourish in the daytime and then your gravity at night, or vice versa. You can use a couple, you can layer them if you want to. So where nourish is that everyday lightweight moisturizer for fine lines and wrinkles and hydration, gravity, think of her as her big sister.
Okay.
This is when you're starting to see those more mature signs of aging and the sagging. So you can either use it by itself day and night, incorporate it with the nourish. Some people love to layer it, which is beautiful and rich.
Which would you do first?
I would probably do, I'm kind of more simple because I'm a mom and I'm running around. So I do my gravity in the morning just because that's when I want to kind of tighten everything up. And then I do my nourish at night.
And how long of a supply would you think this is?
This should be good enough for about 3 months, maybe day 2 to 3 months. It depends, but a little goes a long way. Very concentrated, and it's going to firm and tighten that skin, so you don't need too much.
So get it while we have it. The whole show is shipping for free. This is on 5 easy payments of 50 cents a day. You don't get Dr. Lancer skincare for 50 cents a day. And look at the glow on your skin. We've had 300 ordered. We're busy. Best girlfriend gift ever is to give her the gift of defying anti-aging moisture, gravity-defying anti-aging moisturizer.
And I'm so proud of this. I worked, so hard with our team, with Dr. Lancer on this. He wanted something, that was going to be that next level.
Look at your skin.
Yeah, it's so hydrated, so glossy, so dewy, but lightweight. She smells citrusy. She has that beautiful grapefruit oil, that acetohexapeptide number 8, which you get in this and the eye cream. That's why you get that tightening and firming. And this is beautiful because it's a day and night cream, and you saw the results of before and afters, Jane. I mean, that's incredible. Usually you have to come to the practice. Yeah.
Because we
have to come in, get a treatment.
Our
it's all the things.
esthetician, our developer, along with Dr. Lancer. Give us some tips on how to apply.
Beautiful. So on clean skin, and after you've polished and cleansed, you put your moisturizer all over. This is something you can put all the way up even to the waterline of your eye to cover any fine lines and wrinkles that you might have there. It's going to give you that beautiful hydration, and of course you can bring this all down to the neck, down to the décolleté or that chest area, and you saw the before and afters. This is all about helping to firm and tighten that sagging skin. So if you're looking in the mirror and you're thinking, oh, I've been needing to get something done, or I want to take it up a notch, then you don't have to do anything else. You could just pick up the Gravity Age Defying Moisturizer here at Q, the best price that you get, of course, and then just feel that hydration, that nourishing skin, and you saw the immediate 24-hour results, and then over time it keeps working.
Can we see them again?
Well.
Can we just look at these again? Because honestly, we could literally sit down, enjoy a cup of tea, and let music play underneath these before and afters. That's how dramatic they are. Like,
and
this is 24 hours later. I'm sure she looked in the mirror and said, "What?"
Yes, and
like, come on.
They call in there sometimes like, "Can we get a little more while we're testing?" But this is one of those things, Jane, that I gifted my mom. Yeah.
Real quick. They're not allowed to use anything else,
right?
No,
they're not allowed to use anything else while they test and they photograph. And some of these studies go on for 4 weeks. So this is literally all they're using on their skin. And this is that product I gifted to my mom when it launched. And
what did she say?
She just loved it. You know, my mother, I was inspired by her to do skincare. She's the one that told me about being an esthetician. I used to watch her as a little girl do her skincare.
Was she an esthetician too?
She wasn't, but she wanted to study that. And I remember nobody knew what that was when I went to school 17 years ago. It's more popular now. But I loved watching her do her skincare, and she always invested in really good quality stuff. But when I came to Lancer and I started saying, "Hey Mom, like here's this," or you know, we worked on this project, can you test it out? She always says to me, "Dee, I hope you never leave to him, because this is the best skincare I've ever had in my life." It's so great.
That's what I call my daughter. I call her Dee.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
what's her name, Jane?
Deirdre.
Oh, Deirdre. I love that.
Yeah, so we got our D's.
Yeah.
We love our D's. And my D teaches me about skincare too, which I love. But like,
look at these results.
Look at these results after 2 weeks. This is dramatic.
And look at the jawline, Jane. You know, you see, this is what I'm talking about. This is an extreme, a little bit more severe case of the loss of collagen and elastin. But that acetohexapeptide is going to literally act like a little messenger in your skin to plump and stimulate again. So it's going to tighten and it's going to firm. It smells citrusy. And this is just your moisturizer. So when you're using it with your entire Lancer skincare, I mean, the results just keep getting amazing and more amazing over time.
I did say that there's only one item in the show, pretty much. It's on auto delivery, and this is it. And you don't want to go without, because it was on in August, and it sold out completely.
Yes,
and we were not able to show it on the air with Daniela since then. Now it's finally back in stock. And this is the only item that we were able to talk to Daniela and Dr. Lancer and say, can we guarantee that for everybody who buys it tonight, we'll get it in 3 months, when all of a sudden it's back to school, and the next 3 months will take us into the holiday season. Can you believe that? And that means that you're locking into our sale price. QVC's price is $120. That's less than $140. So that's still a great comparison to the value. We're down to $88.98. And honestly, we didn't need to put this on sale.
No.
We could have stayed at the 120 compared to the 140, and everybody would have loved it. But it is your moment to lock into 5 easy payments, the best that we do, that sale price, the lowest that we've ever been, to see those unbelievable results. Because guys, what's in the jar does make a really big difference. And Dr. Lancer, who's known and honored around the world, like award-winning over and over and over again.
He writes books. Yes, he is the brilliant dermatologist that he is, 40+ years in practice. And a lot of people ask me this question, does he really, you know, still do the ingredients? Yes, he does. Every morning, doctor, if you're watching, you know, he'll send me 7 a.m. because he's in the office at 5 a.m., Jane.
Bless.
And 7 o'clock, I start getting those emails. Dee, I want you to research, you know, this ingredient or that ingredient, and he'll come to me with the concepts, and we'll discuss it as a team and work with our partners.
Can I call you Dee from
yeah,
here
of course.
on in?
Oh my God, I'd be honored
I have
for you
another
to call
Dee
me
in my
that.
life.
Oh,
Yay.
Jean, yes, of course. But you know, this is just exactly why I do skincare, why I'm passionate about it. I always want to feel good about what I'm representing. And as an esthetician, when I first started doing skincare, it was really hard to find good products on the market that did what they claimed they were doing. doing. So that's what's special about here on QVC, is that we show you those clinical results, of course, and those before and afters, which are so outstanding. And this is exactly what you get with dermatology developed
and
skincare.
make sure you're noticing after 24 hours. My mother had a saying, you talked about your mom.
Yeah.
My mom used to have a saying, Janie, you can't leave it there, bless her heart. So, I mean, this is something that, yes, you're spending your hard-earned dollars, I know, but you know, this is what's going to make you feel so good when you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror.
Yes.
And like I was saying earlier, we don't make you answer a survey if you return something. We don't need to tell you. You don't need you to tell us why. It's just very quiet. You're not returning this, because people that missed out on it last August have been waiting for this moment. That's why over 500 have, now 700 have been ordered. We're really